Hey guys, it's Andres from MasterSoccerMind.com, and today we're going to be talking about a topic that I know every soccer player, every time that they're going to buy a soccer shoe, they ask themselves this question. Like, what's the difference between turf and artificial grass, or AG as brands like to call it? And I mean, this is an information that you need to know if you're going to buy a pair of soccer boots. I mean, if you don't know this, you run the serious risk of suffering an injury. Like, I mean, if you don't choose like the correct shoe either for turf and artificial grass, and you don't know the difference between those two playing surfaces, you run the serious risk of suffering from a painful injury. So today, hopefully, with this video, you're going to learn and identify these two surfaces very quickly, and you could avoid those serious injuries. Okay, so starting. I know every time we, the soccer players, we're going to buy a pair of soccer boots, we usually, let's keep natural grass out of this, okay? We're talking about two types of artificial grasses or synthetic grasses, okay? So when we're talking about turf and artificial grass, we are essentially talking about two artificial grasses, but that are like very different from one another. I mean, and the objective of this video today is that I need you to know the difference between those two. Okay, so how do we even know there actually is a difference between this? It's because I know every time we're going to buy a pair of soccer boots, brands tend to name their shoes or their stud patterns depending on the surfaces. For example, there is a pair of boots that is FG or firm ground. There is a pair of soccer boots that is an AG stud pattern. I mean, and there are others that are for turf. I mean, what's the difference between those two, like turf and artificial grass? Why do they make different pairs of soccer boots for a surface that is a synthetic grass? I mean, what's the difference? Well, there has to be, because both sole plates are like very different from one another, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna see, because I need you to see it, that's why I brought the screen, I need you to see the difference between both two. So first of all, we're gonna talk about what is artificial grass, okay? Or AG, as brands call it. So here you can see a picture of what an artificial grass field is. Basically, artificial grass is what we call correctly third generation artificial grass, while turf is first generation artificial grass. Okay, so remember that. AG is actually third generation artificial grass. This type of grass is basically like a more developed type of synthetic grasses. I mean, these are grasses that can be used at any professional soccer field, okay? They are FIFA approved, they are like technically superior to what a simple turf is, okay? Basically, in this artificial grass fields, you can see a picture of them right here. You can see that the structure from AG is different from the one on turf that we will see later. I mean, in AG is installed in a way that it simulates natural grass the best way possible. I mean, it's not only like a carpet. They make layers of sand, layers of gravel. I mean, they have an specific installation system to simulate natural grass in the best way possible. So we could say that the main difference between both is that artificial grass, or AG, has a lot more quality into it, and that professional soccer games can actually be played in this one. Even though I would prefer to play on natural grass than on AG or artificial grass, artificial grass is becoming like more and more common every single day, and we're starting to see like more countries, leagues, put more of this type of soccer fields and surfaces for the professional players. I mean, technically, according to FIFA, it's legal to do it, but I know that most soccer players prefer natural grass over this artificial grass, or AG, or third generation grass, as it's supposed to call. Okay, so what type of soccer boots can we use on AG or artificial grass? So basically, here on the screen I have a picture of an AG sole plate of the Nike Tiempo. Here you can see I brought it in real life too. I mean, you see this pair of soccer boots, this sole plate, is specifically made for the surface that I described, artificial grass or AG. Why? Why is it so good for the surface? Well, first, because there is a big number of studs distributed all along the sole plate. I mean, having more studs gives you more stability in this surface, we could say. And also you can see that studs are basically a lot shorter than in normal soccer boots. And also they are made of rubber and they are spherical. What does rounded studs have to do, or what advantages does rounded studs give us in artificial grass? Well, they help us that the foot doesn't get kind of stuck inside the grass, because as I mentioned before, you can see that there's a certain level of deepness into the surface. So I need that, for example, with a pair of SG boots that I would use in natural grass. I mean, if you use that in here, probably the soccer cleat, the studs will get stuck inside the grass, and every time you do a turn, maybe all your joints like the knees or the ankles might be in danger and you can suffer a serious injury. With this pair of boots, that's not a problem, because they are very short and rounded, so you could pivot easily in the surface. I mean, they are made for that type of grass. So if you're going to be playing on that type of grass, I mean professional 3rd generation artificial grass, the best type of soccer cleat that you can buy is this one. And I even remember one time when Real Madrid went to play against the 3rd division team in the Copa del Rey. I think it was Sariva. So they went to play to Sariva's field, which was an artificial grass field, something like this, but I think that even worse. And their players had to use this pair of soccer cleats, because if they use the ones that they use in natural grass, they could suffer from serious injury. And that's what this video today is all about, from preventing you from choosing the wrong pair of soccer cleats in the wrong surface. And you need to differentiate both artificial grass and turf. So yeah, another pair of soccer boots or stud pattern or sole plate that you can use is also FG. FG stands for firm ground. I mean, you can use FG on natural grass and on artificial grass. Just that I wouldn't do it. Like, I mean, I've done it because, I mean, here in my country, most of the pitches are artificial grass pitches, but I have to say that it's quite uncomfortable. I mean, you feel like there's not enough stability. Sometimes you feel a little bit of stuck pressure, and a lot of things. I mean, and sometimes I'm even like scared that I get injured or something because of using this FG on artificial grass fields. And I mean, theoretically, you can use them. Brands say that you can, but if you could use this ones instead of that ones, I would totally recommend this ones over this for artificial grass. Okay, if you're in a natural grass field, then forget about this and buy a pair of this ones. Okay, so now what is turf? So basically, turf is what we call 1st generation artificial grass. It's also an artificial grass, just as AG, just that turf is of horrible quality. I mean, basically turf is just like a carpet. I mean, you can see a picture here. That's like, I don't know how to even describe it. I mean, it's like you were playing on cement, just with a green carpet on it. I mean, every time you fall in this surface, I mean, it's gonna be a nightmare. First of all, it's super abrasive. I mean, artificial grass, AG, is also abrasive, but this surface, it's like super abrasive. It's horrible. Probably if you fall, you get a lot of bruises everywhere. I mean, it's a nightmare. You can't tackle, okay? In this, it's totally impossible. Second, stud pressure is super normal in this surface if you don't choose the correct type of cleats. I mean, even using this in this surface, it's dangerous because these are considerably long studs. I mean, there's no level of deepness into turf. I mean, it's super shallow surface. It's not like AG that has a special installation process in which they put sand, gravel. I mean, it's none of that. It's just like a carpet, a green carpet, simulating synthetic grass over a floor. I mean, it's just that. I mean, the professional players don't play in this type of surface. I mean, this is like very primitive and very obsolete, and we're starting to see it less and less every single day. Thanks God, because playing in this, totally bad, horrible. So what cleats do you use in this type of surface? Now is when you use what brands call their turf sole plates. That are the ones that you see right here. I mean, why is this sole plate so perfect for turf? Because you can see that there's numerous studs distributed all along the sole plate. Those studs distribute the pressure of your body, or of your body weight, all around or equally around the foot. So it will give you like a lot more stability in the surface. Because also they are made from rubber. Rubber gives you that kind of cushioning field, and also helps the boot be more durable because the surface is more abrasive. If you use a normal pair of soccer cleats, probably they will wear off with time. With this rubber sole plate that is specifically made for a turf surface like this, you're safe. I mean, they will last the amount of time that they're supposed to last, and you won't suffer from stud pressures, or you don't have to worry from getting any injuries. I mean, so yeah, basically I want you to see it again. The main difference between both: artificial grass is a quality synthetic synthetic grass that is meant to simulate natural grass in the best way possible, and professional players can actually use it or play on it. So as I said in the beginning, all soccer players will always choose natural grass over artificial grass. Doesn't matter how great artificial grass AG is supposed to simulate a natural grass, it will never be anything near to what natural grass is. Okay, so that's why I wrote an article in my website that is called "The Reason Why All Soccer Players Prefer Grass Over Turf." I mean, that article is super important for you to read it too, because it complements this video of today. I mean, now you know the difference between turf and artificial grass, but you also need to learn the difference between grass and artificial grass, or AG, and which one is better, and what stud pattern or sole plate to choose in each one. So make sure you read that article by going to mastersoccermind.com/turf versus grass. I repeat, mastersoccermind.com/turf versus grass, or you can click just the first link down below in the description. Also, I have a section in my website that is called Recommended Gear, in which I recommend the best gear that I think is out there for soccer players right now. I have recommended turf soccer shoes. I have recommended soccer shoes for FG and SG. And in those recommended gear pages, there is also a lot of advice on how to choose the perfect soccer boot for you. So if you're curious about that, you can also go check it out by going to mastersoccermind.com/gear. I repeat, mastersoccermind.com/gear. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.